Monique gives a public service announcement about wearing bonnets, headscarves, and pajamas in public.
Hey, my sweet babies. So, it took me a minute to say what I'm getting ready to say because I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment, and I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie, and I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie got to talk to her babies and say some real shit. So yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And we got 3 shows tonight. We got a matinee at 5:30, then we got 7, then we got 10, right? And I'm excited. I always love going to the stage. So when we got to the airport yesterday, I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get him in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. And I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and their slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves? When did we step away of, let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? Let me make sure I'm representing the family I created so that if I'm out in the street, I look like I have pride in myself. And I'm not saying no full face of makeup. I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair? And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it. So my sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love y'all too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. Always have pride in your representation of you. It's not to get a man. It is just your representation of you, my sweet babies. So I'm just giving y'all a warning. If I see you in the streets, in the airport, in the Walmart, and you got a bonnet on and you got slippers on and you looking like what the f***, Aunt Nikki gonna tap you and say, hey, baby girl, show you what you worth. Show you what you deserve. So all of those posts that you see celebrities putting out there saying, hey, queen, hey, queen, hey, queen, well, can we start putting it into action? So I'm asking our wiser sisters, when we see our little babies out there looking like they just don't care, and I'm not saying y'all don't, it looks like it. Can we just tap them and say, baby girl, you deserve more than what you're showing. Represent you with pride, my babies. And that may be a part of us helping our community. Because if you look like you don't give a damn, how you going to be treated? So, when I say, hey, queen, I can only say it to the sisters that it belongs to. Because a lot of us are still in queen training. So if you're in queen training, stop being fearful of taking your position. And queens don't walk around with bonnets and headscarves and slippers and pajamas. That's for the house. When you go outside, represent you, baby, like you are worthy and you deserve the title of Hey Queen. Aunt Nikki love y'all for real. And I ain't never gonna BS you. Stop wearing them bonnets and head scarves, looking like don't nobody give a about you, nor do you give a about yourself. Cause you beautiful. So represent it. I love y'all for real, my babies.
Hi, ladies. Well, she said what she said. I mean, this is a woman-to-woman group, right? And Miss Monique was talking to us ladies. And yes, I said us. She was talking to me too. Now, growing up, my mom taught myself and my sisters, and my brother too, but he thought he was GQ smooth, so didn't have to talk to him much. But me and my sisters, she, told us don't go out of the house just looking like anything. She didn't tell us to put on full face makeup, and we didn't have to, have a head full of curls or anything, just look presentable. So I grew up with that, and I didn't have a problem with it for a long time. I mean, I modeled when I was younger, teens and 20s, a little bit of my 30s, so I always looked good, full glam, I would say, when I went out. And don't mind this full glam right now. I just finished taking pictures for my new website, so just figured why waste the face. But trust me, living with my mom these last few years, she has looked at me a time or two like, so that's what we do. We just roll out of bed and go outside and go to the store. And yes, I have gone outside in a pajama top. I do put a sweater on over it, at least. But with a scarf on my head, and I'll be like, well, Mom, I'm just going through the drive-thru, or I'm just going to be in and out, or Mom, I'm too tired, I don't want to put on just whatever excuse. It's just lazy, just plain lazy. So, to some extent, I actually agree with Monique, even though I'm guilty of doing it, because, sometimes you just want to be comfortable. But what if we looked at it in a different way? What if you were in an airport and struck up a conversation with somebody and told them you could sing and maybe showed them some of your videos? And what if they worked for a record company? They could be thinking, this person is uber talented but don't give a darn what they look like. And obviously we know that industry looks has a little bit to do with it, at least in your initial meeting. Or what if you're talking to someone and it's a potential employer or business partner or person of your dreams? I mean, it's just any situation where it could benefit you. So, while I agree, we don't need to put on a lace front, we don't have to have a full face of glam, maybe when we step out, we could just do it, even if it's for a purely selfish reason, because it could be a benefit to us. And so maybe that could kind of be our mindset, because I think we probably have all had those moments where we see somebody else in a head full of rollers and their pajamas on and been like, okay, what is going on there? So let us not be that person. So that's my 2 cents. Well, one thing though, I don't think she's right on. I don't think it's going to go well if she's just going to go up to strangers anywhere and tap them on the shoulder. I don't, excuse me, I don't care how nice you say it, that is not going to go over well. So no, I'm not going up to women and telling them, honey child, you look rough. No, that is not going to go over well. But, so that's it. That's my little 2 cents, how I feel on the subject. I'm trying to do better. I really am, because I could run into someone who owns a bookstore, and then I go to tell them about my book and they want it in the store, but maybe they're looking at me and the first impression isn't so great because I look like I just rolled out of bed. So I'm going to keep that in mind. In the meantime, my beautiful sisters, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I love you all. I care about you all. And let's just keep talking woman to woman, strengthening our worldwide sisterhood. Stay safe. Peace.